All right, so we're into our second week of the Low Fat Vegan Weight Loss Challenge. And if you have had a difficult time sticking with this, I just want to start by saying it's okay. Please don't beat yourself up. It takes many attempts often to kind of get this into the swing of things, and that was the case for me. I've actually tried this many years ago, did it for a while, and then went right back into the vegan junk foods, gained a bunch of weight back, and then it took me some time and some research and really understanding, how to stick with this and just learning some important tools that I needed to simplify this way of eating for myself. And then I gave it another shot, and the second time it was much more long lasting, and I've had a couple blips here and there, but I now know that I have the tools that are going to enable me to stick with this long term. And so this video is about taking a different approach to weight loss if this immersive all or nothing way is just not doable for you right now. Maybe you've got a lot of travel coming up in the near future, or you've just got a lot going on and it's not possible for you to give up salt, sugar, and oil and never dine out and not have any packaged foods, but you still want to make some healthy changes and get the wheels moving in the right direction. So I have some tiny swaps that you can make, or maybe you can even make this your own version of a 30-day challenge, and this will help steer you in a healthier direction if you're currently eating the standard American diet, or maybe a junk food vegan diet like I used to be. The first one is going oil free. If I had to choose anything, I would say giving up oil will have a huge impact on your weight if you have weight to lose, and also on health. They stick vegetable oils and hydrogenated oils and all sorts of oils into so many of our foods without even really being aware of it. If you're not looking at the packages of things, you wouldn't think they would sneak oil into plant milk or oil into so many different things. Even things that seem to be healthy, they have a lot of junky oils in them often. So giving up oil can be huge, and it's something that I highly recommend. And this is actually the one thing that I stay quite strict on when it comes to my diet. Sometimes I'll have added sugars or I'll have something with sodium, but I never add oil to my food when I'm cooking. So I think that would be a great place to start if you want to do your own 30-day challenge. Just commit to not adding any oil to your meals. Next would be a 30-day challenge of drinking water as your only beverage. So not having sugary drinks, not having frappuccinos, not having whatever calorie-laden, high-fat drinks that you may be having now. Maybe soda is your drink of choice, or alcohol. So going 30 days with only water or herbal teas. And food, of course. I'm not saying just drink water, but just having water as your beverage of choice. And next, you could try a 30-day challenge with no salt or no sugar added, or both. And salt was the most difficult thing for me to give up. I was such a salt fiend. Even as a really young child, I remember loving soy sauce. I used to put soy sauce on pasta. I was a really weird eater as a kid. I didn't like a lot of foods, but I loved soy sauce. I put soy sauce on everything, and salt. So another one you could do is no nuts. So no nut butters, no seeds, no tahini. Nuts are anywhere from 25 to 3,000 calories per pound. So a great way to lose weight without having to make a huge change is just to remove the nuts from your diet. Sorry, there's a fly flying around here. I had the door open for fresh air and it's just whizzing all around me. All right. Another one would be no dried packaged foods. So things like cereal, anything crunchy pretty much. Cereal, crackers, croutons, chips. That was my packaged processed food of choice. And for me, those are the hardest for me to moderate. I've mentioned before that I can eat an entire package of chips crackers like this. Like I can eat crackers and hummus, and I'll just eat the entire pack, and like 20 minutes later, half an hour later, I'll still be looking for another snack. Like it really makes me I don't know, crave more and more junk for some reason. Plus, I love salt, so crackers are usually salty. And same with cereal. Like I can have a huge cereal bowl full of cereal in one sitting, and you would be shocked. You'd look at me and think, there's no way you're going to eat all that. And I could do it, and I have done it. So that was, that's a slippery slope for me. When I start eating those types of foods again, I do find it very difficult to moderate. So you could do that one. So maybe just say instead I'm going to have oatmeal, a wet starch, something that is, more satiating, something that is much less calorie dense because it's full of water, whereas the dried foods have the water removed and you can eat so much more of them before getting full. And that's just, I think that's a good place to start. There's a few suggestions for you. Maybe do you have any other suggestions of little mini 30-day challenges that we can all try? You can put that in the comment section for other people who are watching and maybe give them a good idea. And if 30 days seems too daunting, start with a week. And if you've never done 2 or 3 days in a row without any packaged or processed foods, say I'm going to do 3 days in a row. Just a baby step. Do a baby step to get yourself going, to give yourself that feeling of accomplishment, to give yourself something to check off and say, yes, I did it. I did 3 whole days without any junk and I'm feeling great. And then say, okay, now I'm going to do a whole week. Because I realize that not everyone is like me, where I'm a very all or nothing person. So when I say I'm going to do something, it's like, okay, I'm on board with that. And, that's what I'm doing right now. But not everyone's like that. And that might just seem very intimidating. And you might just be pushing it off for a future date or a future month when you don't have any plans or any, events or any socializing coming up. And that doesn't always happen. So these baby steps could be helpful for you. All right. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.